when I was grabbing a moped and a scooter and a mower, kind of a package deal, the gentleman also had a few other things if he wanted to know if I wanted to buy, and one of them happened to be this Echo ES-250 blower, and he just brought it to a shop. The shop told him basically no spark, and they wanted to charge him to fix it or continue the exam, and he decided not to. Long story short, I grabbed it, and as soon as he said no spark, I said the coil's got to be bad, more than likely. And for 13 bucks off Amazon, I just ordered another coil, and I'm going to dig out what's in this box right now and start taking it apart, swap that coil out, put it all back together, and see if she fires up. And if it does, that'll be great, because then I can bring it up to New Hampshire and leave it up at the lake and not have that battery op blower I use up there anymore. I'll use that for a backup, but it'd be nice to have a good blower up there. Alright, so this is the replacement coil right here, and just needs to be routed out through that way. This has a slit in it already, this rubber grommet, so it basically popped off of the wire, but I popped it back on. This didn't come with a rubber grommet. The new coil, it does have this little sleeve, but I think that's more for a little protection. I'm probably going to move it up a little bit anyway and then stick it inside that rubber grommet. But so I took the one off of this, I just put a slice in it and used the same rubber grommet to go through that metal. And so now it's just the tedious part of putting it all back together and then seeing if it fires up and works. Again, when you're putting your coil in, just space it a little bit with whatever paper. I use a thicker cardboard type thing. It's almost a little bit bigger than a like a business card, something so you can get a little bit of space in between that. And if you're going to notice when you're doing that, make sure you're doing it on the magnetic part so that it has the proper spacing when it comes across onto that onto the armatures there. So that's it. Now I'm going to put it all together and see if it fires up. as you can see there, about 2 poles. I dumped the old gas out of it, put new gas in, primed the bulb, throw it on choke, kicked it once, it sputtered, threw it back on to regular run mode, and then gave it a little throttle, pulled again, started right up, and thing runs perfect. It's like new again, all for a $13 little coil swap out. A lot of work to get it done. It's, you know, you got to pay attention to what you're doing when you're taking it apart and when you're putting it back together. You know, if you're not familiar with some of the stuff, take pictures, and you know, so you can see where things went, and then take your time. But you're going to probably find a bunch of these things either being given away or sold for peanuts, because people don't want to pay to have the time taken to actually put a coil into it, because it's kind of time consuming. But now this thing it runs like new. Thing's perfect. All right, I hope that helps somebody out that has one of these, and maybe they can fix their own.